Hey, y'all, it's Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com, bringing you a heap and helping of RC news. Literally, there's so much news. I've spent like 2 days working on all this, and that doesn't count all the news as it was gathered in the first place. And I don't think I have anything to share of note other than what we're about to go look at. So here's what's going down, just so you know what's happening in the background. We have an email going out, I guess, as soon as I get this video out, and that'll head out to everyone so you can check it out. Also, I have a feature, and below there'll be a link to the feature. Also, while I'm thinking about it, big thanks to our podcast sponsor. You can see it right here, CHNL. They sponsor the RC News podcast and video, which is kind of the same thing. All right, let's jump on into it because there's a lot to look at. This is just in from Hitec. Miss Suzanne sent out a press release on this, and I felt obliged to let everyone know about a brand new servo, the Hitec DB951WP high-speed digital brushless servo. This is an ultra torque speedy servo, perfect for 1/8 and 1/10 scale off-road crawlers, as well as 600 size helis and giant scale aircraft. It's really covering everything. Please pardon me while I lower my camera. Maybe I'll just sit up a little more. Here we go. Perfect. We know cars are a huge thing in the hobby, as are giant scale over on Flying Giants. Hey to everyone at FG. And so this is a new servo from Hitec. When they release a servo, there's a lot of specs that maybe I don't have the skill set to know everything about. So I like to offer you all the features and everything that they give us, size, dimensions, things like that. So you can tell if this is perfect to throw into your bird. We have a link right out to right here. It says link, which is something I'm doing just to make it easy on you to find the links. And you can run on over to Hitec's new site where you can actually order this now, which is a big deal for Hitec. Add to cart. This is my favorite looking website right now. Get 10% off your first order. Okay. That's all good info. Hey to everyone over there. Let's jump back over to the RC news. This is something very cool. It's on multiple prongs of coolness occurring here. A, Legend Hobby, always bringing out cool stuff. B, Mean Joe Vermillion and I have been cruising around the hobby world or the RC world for a long time. And Mean Joe is a master builder. And the reason I say a master builder is I was trying to describe him to, I was on the phone. I can't talk about it. I was on the phone with a company, and I was just talking to them again this morning, and I'm just not going to mention anything until they're ready for the site. But I was talking about Mean Joe, and they said, now tell us about this Mean Joe guy. And I said, he's a master builder, and I would love to get your product in his hands and some of his builds that he does for Legend. So what is this? This is awesome. This is a lot of work and a lot of intel. It is a Seagulls Maxi Lift, and it's an assembly series. So what they did is, and we'll look at the beginning of the first one, Mean Joe starts building this, and then it's a series of videos that takes you through all the steps of putting this plane together. And there's not a few. There's a lot. It's awesome. So let's go take a look at the first one, and I'll just share a little intro for you. Legend Hobby presents Mean Joe Vermillion and the Maxi Lift by Seagull Mars. Okay, let's get on into Mean Joe here. We'll look at it. Oh, let's skip to where we see Mean Joe.
Hey everybody, Mean Joe with Legend Hobby. So welcome to the first edition of the Legend Hobby Hangar Time build videos. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start off here with the Maxi Lift, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go through all the models that come through the shop here. We're going to do some assembly videos. We're going to do some tips and some tricks. We're going to split these up into about 20-minute videos each so that they don't get too overwhelming. But the entire assembly series will be on the channel. So you'll be able to start off like this episode. We're going to start off with the hinging of the surfaces. We're going to talk about how to hinge the rudder, the elevator, the flaps. We're going to get the control horns all put in, and it's going to be a walkthrough of how to assemble the Maxi Lift. And
that's how you do it. A couple of things. A, Mean Joe, he's not really mean. And I won't go through how that name came about again. B, the green backlighting, masterpiece. And hey to Tomas for bringing out this good stuff. Really, this is how you do it. You create a product, and then you show us how to build it, how to do all the stuff. This is how, I don't know. It's awesome. As you can tell, I'm a fan. Okay. AeroScout twin EDFs. Yes. Let's go see. The AeroScout is a beloved RC trainer. I have one in the back. I won't get rid of it. But one pilot took it to the next level by converting it to a twin 40 millimeter EDF jet using simple no mod installation. Are you kidding me? All right, we're going to watch a little bit of the video. This is the news, so we're not here to watch everything, although I find that quite compelling. But we're not going to do that. And let's hit the play button.
What's going on, guys? We have a very different video today. Normally, I am showing you my designs, my custom designs, but this is my son's AeroScout that I'm very fond of because it's one of the best beginner starter, even to
it can
expert.
Do a lot of stuff.
I mean,
beyond,
people have this is like a cult classic plane here, and I modeled some EDFs for it. I'm the EDF guy. I'm not a big fan of prop planes, as you guys know, and I wanted to do this. Actually,
okay, I don't want to go to the flying portion because I want you to go watch that yourself. But I love it. This is what the hobby is all about. Who is this user? Let's go look at his. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't see the username here, and this is probably a guy out on the internet. So go out there and hit like and all that because this is awesome. This is what the hobby is for. You take something and then you make it better. Speaking of which, we're back with Stuart, and we have the Ugly Stick V2. And I love an ugly stick. From the very beginning in my hobby, I think my second plane was an ugly stick. So this is a flight demo. I love a flight demo. I love that they do this. And Stuart's awesome. Hey to Stuart. Hey to Richard. Hey to Chris. Ha ha ha. Big stick. Big stick.
Hello, Stuart here at hobbyking.com. Now you join me on yet another gloomy winter's afternoon. Typical weather for this time of year for us, and probably for many of you as well. But that doesn't matter because we're here to bring you a flight demonstration of a classic Hobby King model that has just recently come back into stock, both in the US, UK, and EU, and maybe even the international warehouse.
Awesome.
And there will be a link underneath this video to it, so you can just double check that for yourself. But it is the Durafly Ugly Stick V2. Now, you may remember the original Ugly Stick. It was red and white and had a dummy motor on, which was, an absolute sensation when it first came out. People really loved that.
Let's just pause. A dummy motor on a electric plane to make it look glow. Brilliant.
But the only issue with that, it did look cool, absolutely, and it was an achievement, but it added quite a bit of weight, and it negated some of the performance potential from the motor. So on the V2, we stripped that away and just went for an all-out sports model that still obviously had the classic lines of a stick-type model and a similar scheme, except for this one in blue. So the V2 has the simplified and far more efficient power system. It has the reinforced plate on the undercarriage. In fact, turn it over there, so the mounting point has been reinforced on the undercarriage, and it has bigger wheels, so it's far more able to handle the rough with the smooth. So
there's a little taste of that, and always bringing good stuff. You get in the hobby and you start out, somewhere, and then you get bigger, more complex, harder to fly, more expensive. You want more servos. But I will tell you, I don't know where you're at in your experience. At some point, you will want something that fits in your car, and something that's pretty simple, and something that's, just leisurely. And here we are. So HK bringing it. Okay, let's talk about the disintegrating half-scale jet. I I'm reluctant to say this next part, but I think it's fine. It's not like I broke a law or anything. I actually, within the guidelines of YouTube, I went in and I did a video on this, and I do a breakdown where I put everything in slow motion and we look at the surfaces as they're blowing off the plane, and I discuss what's happening. And then I thought, this only occurred to me at the end of the video. I started watching the owner of the plane and the pilot, and the many expressions. I mean, this guy's rubbing his head. He's got his hand on his face. He looks down. And he even has a confrontational look. And I want you to look for this in the video. He looks at the pilot at some point. Now, the pilot is looking down and he's looking down. But he looks at the pilot and it looks like he might hit him. Now, I don't think he's really going to hit him. But I want you to watch the look. The owner of the plane, who's on the left, we're not going to watch this whole video. In fact, we're going to watch it at all because the owner of this video was not okay with me making a whole docudrama on this. So what I did do is I go over some of the key points here, and I have a direct link to the video itself, sans any commentary, which is, by the way, legal in YouTube usage. You can take a video and do commentary on it and kind of parody it totally. But anyway, whatever. Hey, I'm not going to argue with anyone. But the point is, the overview is, it's a half-scale Gripen jet that looks fantabulous, as we can see, but obviously wasn't built to fly. As you can see in this shot, and what you want to watch, now they don't do anything here. They don't put it in slow motion or rewind or anything. They just show the thing blow to pieces and everyone emotionally blow to pieces, which is awesome. But what you can do is go into the settings and put it to 0.025 and watch it in slow motion as the tail group says bye. And the big thing for me, I'm really going on and on about this. It's stupendous. I want to say this too, because there's some comments on the age of the video. I've decided, I know everyone likes a video from yesterday, but when it comes to crashing, is there an expiration date? No, there's not. I mean, a great crash is a great crash forever. So I'm not going to be limiting myself on crash things like this based on time frames. And I think this video is 2 years old. But I don't even know the point that I was trying to make here. I was going to say the best part of the video is when it turns at a certain point and the air or the wind hits the wings don't tear off or rip off or float off. The wings virtually disintegrate. They're there and then they're not. You could maybe do a frame by frame look at this and see if you can see where the wings are there and then exactly what happens. I personally could not see the difference between a wing being fully intact and then fully not even there anymore, just wing tubes hanging out. And that's the screenshot there. I've said quite enough about this video. It's awesome. Wow. Spectacular. This is kind of cool. So, I've done a huge amount. Well, I've done a lot of video series with Robart and Zap Glue and a lot of how-tos, which I think is helpful. In fact, they're all, we'll go look at this here. Hopefully I did it right. They're all in a section where you can find all the glue and the epoxy and all these how-tos that we've done with Zap. This is just hit the button. Hey, y'all, it's Jim T. Graham with RC Group. Hold on, we just got redundant here. But Mike did a video on Zap Red Thread Locker. I talk about the necessity of Thread Locker. You must have it. If you don't, stop. I hate for you to stop watching the video, but stop and go to Amazon or go to, you could order Zap on Amazon, but you can also go to robart.com. And order Zap. So this is a tip that Mike has for the red thread locker. And then I also go into red and blue thread locker, how to get red thread locker off. These are basic things, but some people don't know because they just haven't gotten there yet in their hobby. So go check that out. Hey to Mike. Mike is a real guy. Robart and Zap are companies that you can literally call and they will answer the phone. So rare these days. AMA Club Toolkit link. This is, I was talking to the AMA and they said, hey, this is something we'd love to share with everyone. So the toolkit provides a single point access platform to content, programs, and services available through the AMA. It's all the things you need to know. We have links down here, so you can go check it out and support the AMA, who, by the way, without them, I could not have my own event because the landowner requires an AMA card for anyone to fly at the event that I hold every year in Nashville. So super important. Great magazine. ArmSoar. They have great sailplanes. Sometimes they're not in stock because everybody wants one. So the Deviants are back in stock. I remember when one of my jobs for Hobby Lobby was naming airplanes, which I loved. There's still names of airplanes I haven't used yet that I had in my pocket. And the Deviant now it's just quite a name for a sailplane. I'll stop talking. I'm rambling now. Deviant, our gliders are back. And let's see if they're still in stock. I put this up a few days ago. So let's click on just the green one. On sale, sold out, sold out. Oof. Hey, everyone, you better act quickly here. They were in stock. So let's click on this one. Two-piece wing, receiver ready, assembled. So this thing's ready to go. No building required. So my article still holds. They are in stock, but most of them have gone out of stock. But there's still a few, so grab them while you can. It's a testament to the greatness of these sailplanes. This is cool. This is a What the Heck Wednesday wingsuit. And, this is the part where I haven't watched the video yet.
What is up, guys? Okay, so this is one of the most unique ones that I have done yet. This is a wingsuit.
Cool.
RC wingsuit dude. I guess it's just going to be the wingsuit dude.
And that's 3D printed.
I'm going to call it.
It's got
two 9-gram servos, 40 millimeter X-Fly Galaxy, and it's lightweight. It's small. It is the right size. Other than the canopy, I just made a mistake. I didn't have it. I had the.
We're going to stop right there. We're not going to watch it. Why would I give away the end of the movie when you can go watch it yourself? P.S. I have no idea what happens here. So maybe I should, but I do like to not know what happens in some videos. Here's a cool article on paper airplanes. Now I clicked on this and I thought paper airplanes, that's not RC, but everyone seems to want to talk about paper airplanes. So, and I will admit I had a paper airplane folding book when I was a kid. I was all about the paper airplanes, which may have something to do with why I love RC. But yes, so there's a nice paper airplane piece. Here's something cool. You know, I'm like, should I share videos in the news? Shouldn't you want to go watch them? This is Skropaki's Rebel Classic, which is a super cool looking bird there. And it has Hitec HSB 9381THs. And he is in this video going to give you a little shakedown of the plane with these servos in it. I think the big point here is if you're going to have a plane I almost said a bad word. If you're going to have a plane as cool as this, you better have some servos in there that can handle it. And Hitec is up to the task. Let's watch a little bit. Nice. Here's one thing I can say. I did actually fly. Was it the Rebel? I did fly. I have flown the Rebel, and it's just such a great flying airplane. It looks intimidating. You think, oh, I can't fly this. I just fly things in the fields, but it's really a sweetheart. So this is a video. You can go watch him wearing it out. The Dan Skropaki Rebel Classic. And of course, the real feature here are the Hitec servos. This was shared by Hitec. That's why I say that's what the feature is. So cool stuff. Hate everyone at Hitec once again. And then finally, I don't know. Let me know if this is cool. This is news from last week. So this is last week's wrap up with a video and all that stuff. And you can click that link and go look at it. Now, this is the feature article. I can't really drag another. So the email I'm about to send out also has some links at the end of it. And one of the links says, what does this link go to? And every week I try to find something weird that I can send that link to, just in case people actually are like, I'm going to click on this and see what happens. So this week I sent it to something, which I can't tell you what it is. Seems to be a lot of that going on in this video, but it's something that I think is really cool. And I don't think a lot of people in RC groups has ever gone to this page. And it's always, something's always happening every, few minutes on this page. So if you don't get the email blasts, which gives out all kinds of information, then I guess I'm going to go dig up a link to it and put it at the bottom of this feature. And that way you can sign up. All right. Well, y'all, this has been the news of the week. It sure went by a lot faster than it took to put together because I've been trying to get this stuff rolling for a while now. Anything to say? Yeah, thanks to everyone who hangs out on the site. Our numbers have drastically increased over the last year. A lot more interaction, a lot more posts. And I can simply look at the forum and see how many people are living in different sections and doing things. So big thanks. It's great for the hobby. I love to hear about it because I literally spend my whole day here tweaking, working, reporting, talking to, hello, I can't talk about that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm Jim T with rcgroups.com. Thanks. Hit like, subscribe, and do all the things. All right, I'm out. And thanks once again to our RC News sponsor, CNHL. The link is below if you want to go check out some killer lipos. Bye-bye.